Vicente. So welcome to the Mercer Online webinar, and I'll just pass it right over to Vicente to do our presentation for today. Thank you so much, Vicente, and welcome everybody.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for attending this webinar here. My name is Vicente Razo. I'm Assistant Director of Mercer Online. Mercer Online is the distance learning department here at the college. So if you're taking an online course, a hybrid course, or if your instructor is using Blackboard for your on-campus course and you have any technical issues or you have just general questions about Blackboard, then you would contact us. I'm going to put our email in the chat really quick. Just give me a second while I type this in here. So our email address is merceronline@mccc.edu. You can email us anytime. We try to answer our emails as quickly as possible. We do answer our emails over the on Saturdays. Sundays we don't respond, but if it's like an emergency, we do respond right away. If you want to give us a call as well, you can give us a call at 609-570-3389. Now, Mercer Online is not the IT department, so if you have any technical issues with your student portal or your student email, you need to contact Mercer's IT department directly because they are the ones that manage that system. So let me share my screen really quick so I can start this presentation here. So hopefully you're seeing my screen. And if you're not, just type no in the chat.
You're good. You're good. Looks great.
Great. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, please don't hesitate to type a question into the chat, or if you can unmute and ask a question. So starting off, how do you access Blackboard? Well, before we access Blackboard, just again, Blackboard is the learning management system that the college currently uses for online, hybrid, and courses, face-to-face courses. So if you've ever taken or if you've ever used Google Classroom or Canvas, it's the same thing. It's just the system that the college uses for courses. Now, to access Blackboard, first you're going to need to log in to your student portal. So on the college's main website, mccc.edu, on the top left, there's a link called My Mercer. If you click on that link, that's going to take you to a login page. Once you're on the login page, under Register Now, you click on that sign in button and you're going to enter your username. Now, your username should be your student email. Mercer's IT department should have sent you that information to your personal, oops, sorry about that. Should have sent it to your personal email or instructions on how to log in. If you haven't received that email, please contact Mercer's IT department. Their number is 609-570-3300, or you can stop by their help desk at the Enrollment Center as well. Right? So once you log in to the student portal, to access Blackboard, there's two ways that you can access it. So let me go into the student portal. So this is what your student portal looks like. Your student portal basically is like your virtual one-stop. This is where you're going to find a bunch of resources, a bunch of links that you can access certain things, and where you can find help as well as for other things. All right. Let me go over a couple of these cards just to quickly review what each card is. So the college recently moved to this new portal layout, and each card has specific links or resources for you. The classes card, this is where you'll find your schedule, and at the end of the semester, when your instructor submits your official final grade, you'll see that grade listed as well. Student app card, this is where you'll find quick links to resources that you have as a student. One of them is to the IT help desk where you can submit an IT ticket. One of them is to Microsoft Office 365. As a student here at Mercer, you have access to Office, Word, to PowerPoint, Excel, to Outlook, and all the Office suites. You have access to it for free. And you can actually download a copy of that software to your machine once you access Office 365. If you're using a Mac, you're going to have to contact the IT department to see if they have any licenses for your Mac if you're trying to download the software to your Mac machine, right? You'll find a link to access your student email. If you haven't accessed your student email, I recommend you that you check your email and check it periodically. This is how the college is going to communicate with you as well as your instructor. And always use your student email when contacting your instructor. If you use your personal email, for the majority of the time, your instructor will not reply because they don't want to, they don't want to get any spam, or their concern is getting spam or viruses and things like that. So use your student email. There's a link called self-service. So self-service is, again, it's another type of virtual one-stop for you. This is where you can register for future classes, where you can see your official final grade at the end of the semester, where you can communicate with your advisor. Right? There are some other cards here. There's one for payment support. This is where you'll find information about payment plans, scholarship. There's a card for student support resources, where there's a link for admissions, advising, the bookstore. If you scroll down a bit more, there's some other cards. If you click on this button called Discover More, this opens up the page a bit more, where it'll show additional cards that may not be on the main screen. One thing I do recommend you do is to add the Blackboard card to your main page. And to do that, just click on the flag that's on the top right-hand corner. Right. Once you select that option there, that'll move that card to your main home page in the portal. So if I go back here and if I scroll down, you'll see that that Blackboard card is there. And you can move any of these cards around if you want. Just note that the ones that have a lock, these cannot be moved. All right. So any of the cards here at the bottom that have these little flags, these you could move around if you need to. And you can also remove some of these cards from your home page, so you can get more real estate on your page if you want. All right. So this is your student portal. Make sure you access it periodically. This is where you'll find a bunch of resources, and this is where you'll be spending a lot of your time as far as when accessing your student email and self-service. Now, to access Blackboard, you can access Blackboard two ways. You can go to the Student App Quick Links card, and you can click on Blackboard. Or if you move the Blackboard card to your home page, you can just click on the Blackboard icon, and it'll take you directly into the system. So I'm just going to click it from here. And just give it a bit for it to load up. Once Blackboard loads up on your page, it'll take you directly to your home page in Blackboard. Your home page, you'll find a bunch of modules that have specific information for students. So when you get a chance, take a look to see what's there. You'll find a student services module that has links to resources for students, like the library, a link to your portal, to the bookstore, and there's additional information on the screen. So periodically, also check your institution page in Blackboard. Right now, you'll see a timer. That's just a timer letting everyone know that Blackboard courses are going to change in the spring 2025 semester. So that's just letting you know as far as how many days are left until that change. And you'll get more information about that change through email And we are having an October 1st event called Ultra Block Party. So I hope to see everyone there so you can learn more about Ultra. Once in Blackboard, here on the left, you'll find a menu panel to navigate within Blackboard itself. You'll see your name listed. So if you click on that link, that takes you to your student profile in Blackboard. What I recommend you do is just upload an image of yourself, a picture or an avatar. If you don't want to actually upload an actual picture of yourself, you can upload an avatar of whatever it is that you want to use. That way, whenever you're interacting within the system, whenever you're interacting with your student, with the students or with your instructor, there's a picture to your name. All right. You can add additional information in your profile as well. You can record pronunciation if you have a complex name to pronounce. Anyone who reviews your profile, they can listen to that recording. You can add pronouns as well. You can add additional information if you want to. You don't need to, but you are able to add things to your profile. The next link is the activity stream. The activity stream is a really cool feature that's been added to Blackboard, and that kind of helps you stay on top of what's going on in your classes in Blackboard. So if your instructor adds a new announcement or adds a new assignment, or there's an upcoming due date, you'll get that information on the activity stream, so you can stay up to date or see what's going on within your course from this page. So I recommend students to periodically access the activity stream as much as possible. The next link is courses. So this is where you'll find the links to any course that you're registered for at Mercer. It doesn't matter if you're not taking an online class. Every course here at Mercer has a Blackboard course. It just depends on your instructor if they're going to use that course in Blackboard. They'll let you know if you're taking an in-person class. Your instructor will let you know if they're using Blackboard, and they'll give you more details as far as that. But there are some benefits to accessing your course in Blackboard, even if your instructor is not using it, and I'll show you that in a bit here. Right? But if you are registered for an online or hybrid course, or if your instructor is using Blackboard to access your course, you just click on the link to your course. So I'm just going to click on this one, for example. And this is what a typical class may look like in Blackboard. There's the announcements page here where your instructor will add class announcements to kind of like keep you updated as far as what's going on in the class. You'll find links here on the left-hand side where you can navigate within your course. If the instructor has a course syllabus, they'll add that syllabus under syllabus. If the instructor is using course info, this is where you might find information about the instructor. You might find the syllabus there as well. Sometimes instructors put the class schedule under course info. Lessons is where you'll find the bulk of the content for the course. So for instructors that are teaching face-to-face courses and using Blackboard, they'll put like lecture notes, or they might put links to videos or things like that, or they might even add assignments to Blackboard for you to complete within Blackboard. So again, your instructor will let you know if they are using Blackboard. But if you're registered for a fully online course or a hybrid course, this is where you'll find all your course material, all your course assignments, all your course lectures, all your course resources, all right? The instructors might have them as folders. You just click on the folder to access what's in there. Now, one of the benefits of accessing your course in Blackboard is a tool called tutor.com 24/7 online tutoring. So even if your instructor is not using Blackboard, you still have access to this link right here that takes you to an online tutoring service that's free for all students. So if you can't come on campus and utilize the tutors here at the West Windsor campus or the Trenton campus, and you need a tutor at night, or you're working late at night, and you can only access your course at 1 o'clock in the morning, and you need help with the tutor, or you have a 24/7 online tutoring service that's free for all students. So that's one of the benefits that you have as a student here at Mercer, and for accessing your course in Blackboard. Okay. So let me go back to my presentation here. So I went over that already. Yep. So as far as technology, what type of technology do you need here at the college as a student? So, a basic laptop or desktop is all you really need. You can use a Mac as well. Unless you're an engineering student, then you may want to think about getting one of those high-end type of laptops or desktops. But a typical laptop with like an i5 or i7 processor is fine. But what we don't recommend you do is do not purchase a Chromebook. Chromebooks are not compatible with a lot of software that you might need to use here at the college, like for example, the Office 365 suite softwares like Word or PowerPoint or Excel. Also, some instructors may use publisher software for your textbook, like Pearson or McGraw-Hill Connect or Cengage. Some of those textbook publishers have specific software that don't function with Chromebooks. So that's one of the reasons why we recommend you don't get a Chromebook. Also, you want to get used to using Windows machines or even Macs, because that's what you find a lot on the workforce. So a typical PC or laptop will do. Again, unless you're a student that's taking engineering or web design or something like maybe computer science course, you may need a little high-end system, but basic PC or laptop is all you need. The other thing you're going to need is reliable internet connection, and what I mean by that is Wi-Fi. Right, so you want to make sure that whenever you're accessing your student portal, your student email, Blackboard, the publisher websites for your textbook, you want to make sure that what you're connecting to, the Wi-Fi that you're connecting to is at least stable, and you're able to access what it is that you need to access. If you're accessing your internet at your house using Wi-Fi, what we recommend you do is try to work out a schedule with your family, so not everyone is connecting to the Wi-Fi network. That way, you don't have any type of disruption or any connectivity issues, unless you have one of those subscriptions where you're getting like a bunch of gigs to access, and your streaming service is high end, then you don't have to worry about that. But if you just have a basic Wi-Fi network at home, just keep that in mind. Try not to access any of the Wi-Fi networks outside of the college, like for example, McDonald's or Starbucks or something like that, because you may encounter issues as far as privacy concerns, and sometimes those Wi-Fi networks aren't as stable as you would like them to be. Right? The next thing is a supported web browser. We recommend you use Google Chrome or Firefox. Those are the two best web browsers we recommend. If you're a Mac user, you can use Safari, but you can also download Chrome or Firefox on a Mac. If you have a Mac and you have Safari, download Chrome and Firefox just so you have a backup. Because sometimes some web browsers will work one way when you're accessing something, or it might not work at all, and you may need to switch over to a different web browser. So so things will work correctly. If you're a Windows user, don't use Edge because Edge has some compatibility issues. Even though Edge is Chromium based, Microsoft doesn't tend to update Edge as much as Google Chrome. So again, that's another reason why we recommend you use Google Chrome and Firefox, because those web browsers are updated periodically, almost every week, sometimes every month. So if you already have those web browsers, just make sure and check that you have the latest version, right? So you can just check your web browser and update it if you need to. The last thing is a webcam and microphone. For the majority of your courses, if you're taking an online or hybrid course, your instructors may have online meetings where you're going to need a webcam and microphone so you can, conversate with your classmates or your instructor. And some instructors may use a proctoring tool called HonorLock. And if they are using HonorLock, then you're going to need a webcam and microphone so you can communicate with the proctor as well. So those are the things that, as far as technology, that we recommend that you have. Again, there's nothing really fancy that you need for your time here at the college. Now, who do you contact for help or support? Again, if the issue is with Blackboard, then you would contact us, Mercer Online. Our email is merceronline@mccc.edu, or you can give us a call, 609-570-3389. We do pick up our phone, we do reply to emails, and we will try to help you as best we can. Even if you have a question that's not about Blackboard, just contact us and we'll try to connect you with the right individuals that can help. Right? Anything that has to do with your classwork, your syllabus, if you need a textbook for your class, that you may want to email your instructor. Your instructor will let you know, and they'll assist you as best they can with questions about assignments and grades, things like that. As far as your student portal, you can't log into your student portal, or you can't log into your student email, or you're getting stuck with that web authenticator part of when you're trying to access your student portal, then you want to contact the IT help desk. The best way to reach them is either calling them at 3300 or stopping at their help desk window. That way you can get assistance right away. Okay. So are there any questions so far? No? Let me check the chat here. Don't see any questions coming in. One question that we get a lot is, if I am taking an online course or a hybrid course, do I need a textbook? And for the majority of your courses, yes, you will need a textbook. But before you go out and buy that textbook online, like Amazon or Chegg or cheaptextbook.com, reach out to your instructor first. Send them an email and just ask them, hey, can I get this textbook at this website instead of going to the college bookstore? And they'll let you know for sure, because one of the things with some classes is that the instructors use publisher resources, or they have assignments on the textbook publisher's website that you might need to complete. And usually that comes with like an access code that you need to enter to register and access those resources or those assignments. And some of those access code are specifically for that class at Mercer. So if you were to get that textbook somewhere else, you won't get that access code. So you'll have to buy that separately, and you may end up paying more. So always check with your instructor. And sometimes your instructor may have a link directly from the publisher where you'll get a discount where you can purchase those items at a discounted price instead of getting it at the bookstore here at the college. So always check with your instructor, and they'll let you know for sure. All right. Another big question we always get is, how do I find out my class schedule or where the room number for my class is located? That you're going to go to your student portal, and you can either look under classes, or if you go to self-service and you click on student planning, and you go to plan and schedule. This is where you'll find your official schedule, and this is where your classroom schedule will be located, and any information as far as the location and classroom, you'll be able to find that there. One thing I recommend is that you check your class schedule up until the start of the actual semester, because what happens is sometimes your schedule will show one classroom number, and then that changes automatic, or that changes for whatever reason, and your classroom is at a different building. So always check your class schedule to make sure that the classroom still remains the same before you come on campus. All right. Any questions? Don't be shy. That's what we're here for.
I don't see any in the chat. You're free to unmute yourself if you want to ask us a question, a general question. All right, while you're thinking, I'm going to put that survey into the chat. If you could, I don't know if some of you came in a little bit later. If you're able to respond to that survey, it's a quick 3-4 questions. That just gives us some feedback on how we did today and how we can continue to improve these webinars. If you could answer those for me, you're going to be enrolled into a drawing for a gift card to the bookstore. So you don't want to miss that opportunity. Please fill out that quick survey and get that back to me. Any questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
I didn't catch the part where you introduced how to find out where your classes are.
Your class schedule. So yeah,
Okay.
so your class schedule, you would just log into your student portal. Under student app and quick links, there's a link called self-service. If you click on self-service, that'll take you to your self-service page. Here on this page, you'll find a module called student planning. Just click on it. And then where it says go to plan and schedule, you just click on that link. And it'll show the most current term. So it'll be the fall semester. And this is where you'll find your schedule. You'll see your classes listed here on the left, and here on the right-hand side under this calendar, you'll find your course listed with the classroom and time. If you don't see the term, there's some toggle buttons here, arrows that you can move from left to right. You can just navigate to the term that you need to go to, or you click on the plus button and it'll give you a list of terms that you can select from. This is how you find your schedule. Okay.
Thank you.
One question I got was, how do I find my grades? So your grades you'll find in self-service. You'll find your official final grades in self-service. So once you access self-service, you'll see a module called grades. You just click on it and that'll take you to a page, and that's where you'll find your final grade that your instructor submitted for you for that semester. If your instructor is using Blackboard, or if you're taking an online or hybrid course, there is a link in Blackboard inside of the course called My Grades. And this is where your instructor will post your overall grade as far as your progress within that course through the semester. So you can use that as a guide to see how you're progressing through the course during the semester. This is this is not your final grade as far as your official grade that's recorded in your student record. That you're going to find in self-service, right? Any other questions? One question I got was, how do I access or how do I download uh, the Office software to my laptop? Just go to your student app, quick links card, click on Microsoft Office 365. That'll take you to your Office 365 account. If it asks you to sign in, it's going to be the same login information that you use to log into your student portal, right? Once you're logged in, here on the top right, there's an install and more drop-down arrow. If you click on it, there's an option to install Microsoft 365 apps to your laptop or desktop, right? So you just make your selection and you can download that software to your machine if you don't want to use the online version, okay? Again, if you're using a Mac, you will need to contact the IT department to see if they have a license for Mac machines, because if you try to downloading the software from here, it's not gonna install to your Mac, because you need a separate type of license for Macs, right?
And Vicente, what would be the incentive of downloading it? Do you get more features on the one that's on your desktop as opposed to the online version?
Yeah, so the online version has a lot of great features, but the actual software on your machine has a little bit more. So you know, if you feel more, sometimes when you're accessing Office 365 online, it tends to like slow down your web browser, or it freezes up on you. So if you don't want to go through that hassle, you can download the actual software and use it from your desktop or laptop instead. It's a good question though. Any other questions?
Okay. All right. Well, if you think of anything, I know Vicente has given you his contact information. He's available through Mercer Online at mccc.edu. You can find him at the JKC campus this fall, but he'll be over at West Windsor a lot too, I'm sure, doing different demonstrations. We're working with him at that Ultra Day. Put that on your calendar, October 1st. We're going to have free lunch, lots of fun activities, and learning all about the new Ultra part of the Blackboard system. Anybody think of anything else before we sign off?
Sorry, yeah, I
Yeah.
have one more question in case there's still time.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know if you guys went over it because I joined a little late, but how do you find out, or how do you check your financial aid, or through the My Mercer portal?
From the portal, so under student app quick links, you can go to self-service. There, I believe there's also so you can access it from self-service, or if you go to the student support resources card, there's a link actually for financial aid. So if you click on it, that's going to take you to your the financial aid page at the main on the college's main website, where you can find information or who to contact. But if you're trying to see if you were awarded financial aid, or if you're missing any documentation, just go to Student App Quick Links, click on Self-Service, and then you'll find a module called Financial Aid. If you were awarded any financial aid, you'll find that information here. It'll let you know your actual award letter, or if you're missing any documentation that you might need to submit, you can submit that information from here as well. But that's how you access information for financial aid.
Thank you once again.
Any other questions?
if you missed it, we just did a financial aid webinar with Steve from the financial aid department, and when that is up on our YouTube channel. So make sure to check that out. It's linked on all of our social medias, and I also put it in all the emails that you receive from me. So you can click on our YouTube channel and check out that financial aid webinar. Just a little plug for what's going on tonight. We have Learn About Health Professions will be at 6:30 tonight. Tomorrow we have Counseling and Wellness at noon. Foundations and scholarships. So if you're interested in scholarship information, that's at 3 tomorrow. And business technology and professional studies is tomorrow night at 6:30. Make sure to set the schedule for all of the webinars. Any other questions? I gave you some time to think about it. All right. Thank you so much, Vicente. Thank you so much for all your information. Thanks for everybody for coming. If you do have anything else, we'll hang out for a few more minutes, but feel free to go. I'm going to stop the recording and feel free to check out any of our other webinars this week. Have a great day.